Welcome to the Google Pixel 8 and 8 Pro release party. You know what time it is.
Yeah. Woo.
I just need my space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
All right, let me see here. Let me make sure we are good to go on the YouTube. Just give me 1 second here. Let me make sure I can hear myself. Let's see. Volume. Hello? Hello? All right, we're good. Let me send this link out. Where are we at? Got that. Send that out. Send this out. We're going to get into the Google Pixel release. We're going to discuss all sorts of good stuff. All right. Okay. So, pardon me, allergies are bad down here. And let me text my wife real quick. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Starting the live stream in just a starting the live stream now. All right. Well, big news in the Google Pixel. First of all, welcome. I don't do many live streams. I'm going to try to do more live streams, but today I had to put together a live stream because this is a very special day. It's Pixel Day. I always say it's like Christmas Day whenever on Pixel Day here in our household because we order, let's see, earlier this morning, we ordered 3 Google Pixel 8 Pros. We ordered 3 of them. We were going to get 1 small one, but we need 3 big ones for personal use. And last year, we ordered 3 Pixels, 2 Pros, 1 small or regular. And we've ordered 3 7As for my grandpa and my parents. And we ordered 3 Pixel 6s. So basically every single year we order 3 Pixels, sometimes more because, like I said, with the 7A. So I guess in this past fiscal year, a year dating back from today, well, I guess it would be 9 Pixels. Well, 3 today, 3 7As, and then 3 8s, 3 7As, and then 3 7s, or 7 Pros. So anyways, big day here. I was just reviewing some stuff. We can go over all of the features. Now, I did overnight them. I did order overnight shipping, so we can get them in-house ASAP. We're going to do, if you are Pixel fans, we are officially hashtag Team Pixel, and we are super fans. We're part of the membership or I don't know, club or whatever you want to call it, with Google. They do actively reach out to us, to the Pixel super fans. They do actively ask our opinions on the devices. So they are active with the community as far as what we want to see as a customer in these Pixels. I know moving let's see, what was it? It was, I think, going into, they reached out to us multiple times going in from the Pixel 5. Remember how that was kind of a letdown? Um, moving into the, Pixel 6. So probably like 6 months into the Pixel 5 release, about halfway through. No, it was way before. It was like 3 months after the release. They sent us an email saying, "What would you like to see in a flagship?" And they put in bold print, flagship device. Because if you remember, the Pixel 5 was like basically an upper mid-range device. It had a Snapdragon 7 series processor, which is a mid-range processor. And we wanted desperately a flagship device, not only that can represent Android the way we think it should be represented. Android is a far superior operating system to iOS, and I always tell iPhone users, because they always ask me, "Oh, you have a Pixel?" Because I'm happy to see their PR team and advertising and marketing team push more commercials. Now, we've cut our cable and we're basically all streaming, but when I stream NFL games, there's always a Pixel commercial. And when iPhone users always ask me what it's like, I just tell them it's like the iPhone of Android. And some people laugh when I say that. Some people will say, well, that's the easiest way for me to portray an iPhone user what an Android or a Pixel is. Because, yes, the two top manufacturers sitting on top of the Android world are the Pixels and the Samsung Galaxy devices, the flagship devices. Those are head and shoulders above any other device. Look, I've had the Nothing Phone 2. I've had OnePlus phones. I've had Motorola. I've had every major manufacturer phone, quote unquote flagship phone for years. And just in the last few years, I would really say last 2 years, the Pixel and the Samsung Galaxy devices have just shot to the moon. As far as, it's not even a question now. The Pixel and the Samsung Galaxy devices are the premier Android devices. Now, their operating systems are quite different. They're both Android, yes, but in my opinion, far superior to iPhone. iPhone, and don't get offended if you're an iPhone user, iPhone is the smartphone for dumb people. That's what I say, because it is, in my opinion. But it is nice to have a new Pixel and a bunch of new features that comes with it. Now, this year, I was going to screen share. Let's see, some specs, some of the, there's a new Pixel Watch. That's what I was going to do. We're going to look into, for those of y'all also, we're going to go into the specs and what the new features and stuff of the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro. But we're also, those of y'all that still have not purchased a device yet, we will break down the trade-in values. We'll break down not only on the Google Play Store, but with the carriers as well. And then you also get it is confirmed, and then we put out a video yesterday, a free Pixel Watch 2, $350 value with the Pixel 8 Pro, and you get a pair of Pixel Bud Pros, not the A series, you get the Pro series, the expensive ones, with the purchase of a Pixel 8. Now, excuse me, Lord have mercy. Let me pull up some info here. I should have had this ready, shame on me, before I hit record, but you know me, or if you don't, you will. Pixel 8 Pro specs. Now, and we'll get into the different, I'll help y'all choose. If you're interested in getting one, look, even if you're an iPhone user and you're tempted to get one, or let's say you held out and you did not get the iPhone 15, or you've had an iPhone 15 that overheats, and you're interested, and or you returned your iPhone 15, get a Pixel, just try it. We'll all go through the process of getting one, where you can get your best deal. Again, we'll go through the carriers real quick. And look, worst comes to worst, you can just return it. A lot of these carriers give a 2-week window. I think the Play Store is either 2 weeks or a month. I can't remember. Try it out. Try the Pixel. It's a phenomenal device. And this year, look, I haven't got ours that we paid for in hand yet. But from the look of things, minus any overheating issues, knock on wood, like the iPhone 15 is having, this should, I'm not going to say easily, but it should beat and or be the best smartphone of the year. Now, King Android 19 Pixel and Pixel Super here, at least try to be. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is the king of smartphones right now, and that encompasses Android and iPhone. S23 Ultra is, in my opinion, the best phone of the year. Now, that might change once I get these Pixel 8s in, Pixel 8 Pros in. We can test them out. Again, I had overheating issues with my Pixel 7 Pro recording 4K video outside in the hot Texas heat. It would heat up and shut down after a few minutes. So that's basically going to be the very first thing I test out when I get ours in. And not only are we going to do a bunch of testing, we're going to do camera samples. Since Pixel and Galaxy sit on top of the Android world, I'm going to do video tests, comparisons, Pixel 8 Pro versus the S23 Ultra. And we'll do camera sample tests. We'll do battery life tests. We'll do screen tests. We're going to do all sorts of cool stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. So I got some specs pulled up here. This is a phenomenal website. I'm going to show y'all where to go to get all your specs. Let's see. We got the keynote up here from Google. And let's see. What else? What's going on, Gran? Hey. Good to see you. Welcome. Pixel Party. Let's get into it now. Oh, as well, there's also a ton of cases that were just released. Now, there's been actually quite a bit on AliExpress. I order a lot of mine on AliExpress and, of course, Amazon as well. But the big case makers, Caseology, Spigen, Casemate, Casetify, all those companies, they are now released all of their cases. They put promotional emails out. They're on Amazon, all sorts of stuff. So let's see. Let's go into, let's do a screen share. Let me get into the specs. We'll jump into the specs and get this rolling. So let me present. Let's see here. Share screen. Now, let me see what this looks like. Yeah, it should be good. Let me do this. No, let me open it up. Put my ugly face on there. All right, let's go back into it. So, here you have the Google Pixel 8 Pro. Now, the colors we got a blue Pixel 8 Pro, 256 gig, and then we got two white Pixel 8 Pros, 128 gigs. So we have three total that are on the way. Gonna test it. One of them is a T-Mobile device from the T-Mobile carrier. The other two, the blue one, 256 gigs from the Google Play Store unlocked. A white 128 gig is from the Google Play Store, and one other white 128 gig is from T-Mobile. Now, there's an issue with the carriers that I have, big issue with these carriers that are selling this device. And I'll get into that here in just a minute. But let's go over the specs, because there was a lot of people online arguing about, is it going to be released with these specs, with that specs? Now, I don't think we've been wrong. I'm going to go over with y'all in real time these specs. I've seen loosely some specs, but I believe everything we reported on is true. Let's see. It will be in stores October 12th, so you can pre-order it right now, and you can go get it in the store. Walk in a physical store, walk out with the phone on October the 12th. When is that? When is October the 12th? Next Thursday. So today's Wednesday. Next Thursday, you'll be able to go into a store and get one. So, 213 grams. It's a heavy phone, but it's nowhere near the S23 Ultra. S23 Ultra is a very, very bulky, big, heavy phone. This is 8.8 millimeters thickness. Now, don't let that trick you. That's 8.8 millimeters from the bottom of the camera bar on the back to the top of the screen. That's 8.8 millimeters. Now, from the back part of the phone, well, where's my case? Hang on. I'm going to grab a Pixel case, Pixel 7 Pro case. Well, never mind. My wife has all of them. But from this case, S23 Ultra, the thickness they're measuring from, that camera bar sticks out a little bit from this back plate. Well, the thickness is measuring from the top of the screen to the bottom of that camera bar. So the actual thickness that your hand is going to go on is probably a millimeter less. So it's probably 7.3 to 7 millimeters on the regular flatness, and then it goes up about another 1.5 millimeters for that camera bar. Let's see, you can get this device in 128, 256. They also have they don't list it here. They also have a 512 gig and a 1 terabyte as well. 6.7 inch flat display. That's key. Flat display makes a huge difference. You would not look, if you have the Pixel 7 Pro or the 6 Pro, you're going to notice a tremendous difference in the feel of the device. When you actually hold it in your hand, having a flat display makes all the difference in the world. I was very, very excited. I immediately knew I was going to get one once I found out it was going to come with a flat display. I love flat displays. You can put glass screen protectors on there. Film, obviously, it's a better overall experience in my opinion. I don't like the curved displays. They were cool when they first came out. What were they? Not the Samsung, like the S6 or 7s. That was too curved. I'm talking more like OnePlus. Wasn't the OnePlus 6T? Wasn't that curved? I believe it was. Anyways, you got a 50 megapixel. Now I want to make sure this has the GN2 sensor. I know there was some discussion online. Some people saying no, it's going to have the old GN1 sensor. I kept on saying no, they're putting a GN2 in it. With all this new AI camera tech that they have coming out, it's got to have the GN2. So we will confirm that here shortly. And the Pro model comes with a standard 12 gigs of RAM. Now, I wish they would do away with the 128 gig. Where are we? Won't even highlight. I wish they would do away with the 128 gig and just start them off at 256. I think with the S24s that are coming out, they're going to have their base storage is going to be 256 gig. And I think it's time. I think we've moved past the 128 gig. Apps are getting bigger. Data is bigger. Everything's more data, more data, more data. The 128 goes quick because when you factor in the operating system, you only have like 100, 110 gigs available. That goes up fast. Sorry. And batteries are much bigger this year. Now, I say much bigger, but I think last year it was like 4,900. So they basically went up like 100, 150 milliamp per hours. Makes a difference. Bigger battery plus your LTPO AMOLED display goes down to 1 hertz. I think last year when the Pixel 7s came out, I remember going into developer settings, and I think it only went down to like 30 hertz or 60 hertz. This new one goes down to 1. So it's the same LTPO2 technology that's on the S23 Ultra. It makes a huge difference in battery life. So this should become a much better battery sipping device. Okay, so the dimensions are 162 by 76.5, 8.8 millimeters. It's about along the same lines as last year. It's got Victus 2 on the front and the back. Aluminum frame. Now, they chose to stick with aluminum. Apple, as you know, chose titanium for the iPhone 15 series. And Samsung, with the new S24 coming out in January, they are moving to titanium as well. But aluminum does dissipate heat better. Let's see, NanoSim, eSIM, IP68, water resistant, LTPO OLED, HDR10 Plus. Now, look at this. That is a bright screen. I believe that's at the moment, that's the brightest display on any mobile device, period, at the moment. Now, Samsung's going to beat that because their new S24s are going to have 2500 nits. But that's a bright ass screen. Let's see, 20 by 9 aspect ratio. That's pretty good. Always on display. Android 14. Well, I can't wait to test this out. We're also going to test this Tensor G3 chip against the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and we will see how those play out. It's got a nice GPU here, nice new GPU. Now, this is interesting. This is a 9-core CPU, Nana core. That basically means it's a 9. It's a traditional octa-core chip, and it has an extra core that they use for machine learning and AI responsibilities. Let's see, we went through this. Now, there's one thing that we did report on that I see is true. It's got UFS 3.1 storage. Now, all the new S23 series and the new S24 series all have UFS storage 4.0. Actually, the S23 series has 4.0, and the new Samsung S24 series coming out in 6 months or 5 months is going to have UFS storage 4.1. So the reason why I believe they did this is because they don't offer any virtual RAM. When you have virtual RAM expansion on your mobile device, it needs the faster UFS storage to basically allocate and or use that storage from your SSD as RAM. Google does not have that on their devices. That's why it's imperative to get the 12 gigabyte RAM. But I think that's why they stuck with UFS 3.1. Now let's see, does it get into, let's see, camera right here. I don't believe, is it going to tell us if it's got the GN2? I don't see it. Optical zoom, dual flash, pixel shift, ultra HDR. I don't see where the sensor is. Maybe we'll Google search that here in a second. It's got a 10 megapixel selfie camera. Now, interesting thing with this is Google's face recognition. Their selfie camera is now a level 3 security selfie camera, and it's amazing they're doing that from a 10.5 megapixel front selfie camera. But don't worry about that. What this is basically on the same level of security facial security as what Apple's Face ID has. And it's interesting because they put that in one little hole punch. Remember, Apple has to have that whole bar because they have to have more than one camera scanning your face. This one is going to allow you to sign into banking apps with a facial scan. It's going to allow you to do two-factor authentication on your computer, on your phone, when you're logging into another Google, when you're logging into your Google account on another device. That'll allow you to prove that your identity. So that is a big step when it comes to Android. In the Android world, this will be the first selfie front-facing camera with the level 3 security facial recognition. So that's a big deal. Let's see. It has Wi-Fi 7. Wow, I didn't even know that. Look at this. Wi-Fi 7. I believe that's the first on any Android phone. Bluetooth 5.3, that's big. It's got all the good GPS sensors. NFC, yes, obviously. USB Type-C 3.2. Fingerprint sensor. I've never had an issue with the fingerprint sensor. Some people have in the past. I've never had an issue with the now on the 6A, that device was trash. I absolutely hated the 6A. My fingerprint scanner wouldn't work. That one did not have a face unlock on it on the 6A. But with the 6 Pro, with the 7 Pro, never had an issue with the fingerprint sensor. It's the under display optical same sensor that fingerprint sensor that Samsung puts in their devices, and I never have an issue with Samsung. Let's see, battery, okay. Now they did increase the wireless charging. Look at this. 30 watts wired. I believe the 7 series was like 24 watts wired. PD 3.0, that's big. PPS charging, so it's got all the now it's not the absolute fastest charging device like a OnePlus or a Xiaomi, but that was my big complaint. Whenever they used to send me emails or send me questionnaires or ask me what biggest improvement I want to see, I always put the very first thing I put was increase the charging speeds. The Pixel 6 used to take over an hour to charge. The 7 was a little better. I think it was like 50 or 52 minutes to charge from 0 to 100. Now this one gets even faster. So look, it says 50% in 30 minutes. And then it'll probably get to 100 in another, probably just under an hour as well. We'll see. I'll test that for everybody watching. And then they did bump this up because I believe last year it was 15 or 17 watts wireless charging. Now it's up to 23. And they did raise the price. Now, the price of the base the price of the base Pixel 8 Pro is $999. Last year that was $899. So they did increase it $100. The one I got was 256 gigs, so I believe you added another 100 on there, so it makes it $1099. I'm trying to rationalize the price increase. I get it for the little one because the little one, you put a lot of improvements on there to make it a more flagship device. So I get the price increase there. Plus, remember, they have an A series, which is supposed to be their mid-range device. So they had to separate not only with specs, but with price. They had to separate the A series from their regular Pixel lineup, which are supposed to be flagship. So I get the price increase there because you're trying to separate the mid-range from the flagship. But on the big one, it does look like they've increased some of the specs even more. Does that solidify or make valid the $100 price increase? I don't know. However, many people said last year $899 is a great deal starting out for a flagship phone. So they basically stepped up and leveled up with Samsung with their flagships and all the others. Basically, any flagship device usually starts at right around $1,000. So that's the big one. Now, real quick, just for people wondering, I don't want to make this a Pixel show just about the 8 Pro, I would like to, real quick, we'll move on to other things. Hang on. I just wanted to compare the specs on the Pixel 8 as well. So let's look at the 8. 8.9 inch thickness. This one starts at 128, 256. I believe, we'll check in a minute. I think they had a, I'm not sure if I saw a 512, but we will check. It's actually a 6.17 inch display. They were close. 8 gigs of RAM, so you're not. Look, here's the deal. There was speculation that if you got the bigger 256 storage variant, you would get a 12 gigabytes of RAM, but that does not appear to be the case. It looks like 8 gigs of RAM is standard no matter what storage variant you get. Battery is larger in this one at 4575. It is a 1080p plus display. It's in between 1080p and 4K, basically. Let's see. Anything that surprises me here? Let's see. 120 hertz HDR10. Okay, so that gets up to 2000 nits. It's pretty damn bright. Let's see here. It's still got that same G3 processor and GPU. Yeah, see, look, 256 is still 8 gigs of RAM. It's got UFS 3.1. Now, it does have the same main camera as the Pro. The only difference with the cameras, this one has the regular one does not have a telephoto lens, and it does have a 12 megapixel instead of that 48 megapixel secondary camera, ultra-wide camera that the Pro has. Now, you still can shoot videos in 4K at 60. Let's see. Trying to see if anything jumps out, but everything, look, it's pretty damn close, minus a few things, obvious things from the Pro series. You know, again, they have to separate some level of specs when it comes to the big and small one. I wish they made the same specs, basically exactly the same for the big one and the small one, because look, here on the small one, it has one less camera. This is what I next when Google asks me, since we're part of the Pixel super fans, when they ask me here in a few months, what do you want to see on the next one? I'm gonna put down, I want to see the same specs as the Pro, so I want that third camera. I want everything to be exactly the same as the Pro, just on a smaller form size. I want the better 2K screen. I want the extra camera that the Pro has. And look here, I want the same wired charging that the big one has. Because the big one had 30, the Pro had 30 watts wired, and what was it, 24 wireless, and this one's a little bit less. But everything else basically the same, minus the. Now this one does not have the LTPO display. See, just a regular OLED. On the Pro, it's got the LTPO. This one on the regular will go down to, I believe, 60 hertz. The Pro will go down to 1. So that looks pretty damn close, minus some storage options. And I would like to see 12 gigs of RAM in the small device as well. Now, the only flagship I could think of yesterday, I was thinking, I remember a small flagship having 12 gigs of RAM, and the only one I could come up with is the S20. I remember the whole S20 lineup, big, small, medium, the regular, the plus, the ultra, came with 12 gigs of RAM, even the small one. And then since then, they've just been putting 8. Look, I know a lot of people can get away with using 8 gigs of RAM now. I have to have 12, but I know most people can get away with 8. All right, so after looking at specs, y'all want to do, let's move into upgrades. Let's get into, let me see here. Let's do, hello And hello and welcome. Appreciate you for stopping by, Grand Info Medio. All right, let's get into upgrades because that was a big question. That was a big question. So let's go. And my video yesterday, let's see if anything has changed. Because we went through some, let's see. Let's act like we are going to pre-order. Now, let's see if any of these are on back order. So we did get a blue one. I really like the black though. The black looks badass. Okay, so let's say we're gonna get a blue. They call it bay. I call it blue. They call it obsidian. I call it black. They call it porcelain. I call it white. All right, let's see. This is going to be the most popular one. Let's just choose the base model since most people are going to choose that. Let's hit unlock. Well, let's see what estimates we got. Let's say you're a previous Pixel user. You can trade in the 7 Pro for 420. That sounds about right. I just sold my Pixel 7 Pro last month in anticipation for the release of the 8 Pro. Let's see. I think I got, it was a Pixel 7 Pro white 256 gig. I believe I sold for 450, 460, something like that. Okay, so they are giving, because yesterday they were only given like, I can't remember, but it wasn't this high. So they did change it since yesterday. Let's see, regular Pixel 7, storage size 128, yes. They're giving you 325 for a Pixel or 128 gig Pixel 7. Let's say you're moving up from a 6A. They don't have a 7A on here, do they? They do not. Wow. So if you have a 7A and you want to upgrade, I know it just came out, but still. Let's see if you have a 6A. Yes. 300. That's not bad. Actually, that's fairly good. Now, like I said on my yesterday's video, Samsung's got hands down the best upgrade system, trade-in system. They're better than the carriers, better than everybody. So I wasn't expecting Google to get close to Samsung, but that is a little better than I thought. So now let's look at iPhone. If you got an iPhone trade in, 14 Pro Max. They don't have 15 on there, do they? No, it just came out. 128. Yes. Damn. So they're giving a lot more for non-Pixel devices than they are giving you trade-in value for your Pixel device. See, and I mentioned that yesterday on my video. Samsung's doing the opposite. So Google wants you to trade in. They're willing to give you more if you have an iPhone or a Samsung device to trade in than if you have a Pixel to trade in. Samsung's doing the opposite. Samsung on their website is giving Samsung owners, Galaxy owners, way more for their device, for their Galaxy device to trade in for a new Galaxy rather than a iPhone or a Pixel. So it's just interesting to kind of see how different strategies play out. And now, look, Google is the fastest growing smartphone brand in the world. Their market share is increasing sixfold just over the last year, while Samsung and Apple are literally falling in market share. So that's a good thing. Look, if Google keeps on putting these devices out, I'm telling you, if you've never had a Pixel, please go get one. They are awesome. Trying to think of the right word, but they're just awesome. They're right up there with Samsung. But just using the Pixel experience. Everything's buttery smooth. Everything, it's like the smartest smartphone. I'm gonna have both. I'm gonna use this as my personal. The Pixel was my personal phone, and the Samsung Galaxy is my work phone, creating content on. Okay, so you can upgrade here. You can apply for financing here. You can get one on AT&T or Verizon here. Now, interesting, they do not have T-Mobile. Let me see what Galaxies are. Samsung. Let's go. So the highest trade-in value they're giving you for a Samsung is a Z Fold 4. 256, yes. 314, yeah. Not even that's not good. So their highest trade-in value is for iPhone. They will desperately want you to kick Apple in the ass or basically throw your iPhone away, and Google will do it for you, wink wink, and you'll get a new Pixel in. So they're giving you a ton of money for your iPhone and decent value for your Pixels and undervalue for your Samsung. So there you have it. Now, I wanted to see the storage variants. Oh, that's interesting. They don't have a 1 terabyte. I could have sworn I saw a 1 terabyte the other day. Oh, they're only making 1 terabyte in black? Because look, the white one only goes up to 512. The blue one only goes up to 512. And the black goes up to 1 terabyte. That's interesting. So they wanted to keep their SKUs, their SKUs down. I'm assuming, I'm sure that's a manufacturing bottom line type of decision. Now let's see the small one and see what storage variants they have on the small ones. Pixel 8. Here we go. And then we'll get into this. Yes. Is it going? Is my internet slow? What's the deal? Okay. Hazel 256. So that's basically gray. And that goes up to 256. You have a black. That goes up to 256. And you have a pink. It goes up. Okay, so it goes up to 256. So the highest storage variant you can get on the smaller one, Pixel 8's the 256 gig. Now, what I did forget to mention, I'll go ahead and get in now. You get, they said while supplies last, but I was also notified that Best Buy has this deal and Amazon has this deal. I think that's all we wanted to see on here, right? Because we got the trade-in values, and I got the storage question answered. You can go to the Google Play Store, Best Buy, and Amazon are giving away free stuff. If you buy the carriers are not. If you buy a Pixel 8 Pro, the big one, they're giving away a free Pixel Watch 2. $350 value for free. If you get the smaller Pixel 8, they're giving away, I mentioned that earlier in the stream, they're giving away Pixel Buds Pros. Now, that's not only on the Google Play Store. They're doing it at Best Buy. And then they're also, you can also get that offer on Amazon as well. So you can either use that, you can sell it, and pocket that money, and that'll obviously take money off of your device that you purchase. It's up to you. But the Pixel Watch 2 was released today as well. They also have, they put new internals in there. It looks the same, but it has a new processor, has a new modem, has a new Wi-Fi chip. It has, I believe, a bump in RAM or storage, and a little bigger battery. So they said you can definitely make it 24 hours in one day, and that's with always on display on. And then if you turn it off, you should push almost 2 days. So basically probably about 1.5 days, which is still not anywhere near where it should be. The non-Android watches or Android Wear watches and the non-Apple watches, like those basically like smartwatches, like fitness trackers, are getting like 2 weeks battery life. I wish the Pixel Watch was there and or Android Wear watches, but it's just not there at the moment. It is getting a little better year by year, but maybe about like an hour better battery life year after year. But look, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not a smartwatch person. I've tried them. I just can't do it. But you'll get this deal as well. You can do financing here. See right here, it says free Google Pixel Watch 2 and one more. With that one more would be the Pixel Buds Pros if you buy the smaller Pixel 8. Now this one comes with the Pro and it's a $350 value. Let's see. Let's go to Pixel 8 Pro, Amazon. Right here. Let's see. So they have, so they got the deals right here. You also get this free watch, and with a smaller one, you get the Buds Pro. And I think Amazon offers financing there. Now, let's go see what the carrier deals are. Got the stupid dog in the background. It's not ours, by the way. It's a damn neighbor's dog. T-Mobile. No, I don't want AI. Not right now. I don't need AI to Google Pixel 8 T-Mobile. Boom. All right. Now, we've been frustrated with T-Mobile because they basically increased their prices. But their new stupid Go 5G or 5G Plus plans, just another way for them to charge you more money so they can leak your personal information in a month or two. Block. Okay, so here's the issue I'm having with carrier Pixel phones. I suggest, look, if you're going to finance your phone through T-Mobile, right, or AT&T or Verizon, because that's what, look, let's face it, that's what most people do. When they get a new phone, including my parents, my grandpa, well, not now because I bought them Pixels, but the 99% of Americans go into a carrier and finance their phone through their carrier and just add it to their monthly cost on their plan. I highly suggest you, if you plan to finance, again, 99% of people do somehow, some way, but just be smart about it. I personally suggest go through either the Google Play Store or go through Amazon has financing. That's why I mentioned it earlier, and Best Buy has financing. They can check your credit, and I don't even think it reports on your credit now. But here's my issue with these carriers. They're only carrying the 128 gig devices. So you can, even if you black, didn't matter what color, pink, gray, 128, that's it. Now you say, but that's only on the small one, right? Well. Actually, let's do this. Damn it. Phones, let's see. And they got Pixel way down here when it should be up at the very top. Check this out. Boom, right there, smacked you right in the face. So they're only selling the 128 gig devices, pixels, in the carriers. I don't know why. That's not enough. Look, I think I do know why. Because when people walk in there, they say, oh yeah, I heard about the Pixel. Oh yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, I think I'm going to get that. They're not, like, people like me and you are not going to, like, we're more in tune with technology and what's going on. The average person is just going to get a phone and then they're going to get a notification saying, you're out of memory. They're going to be like, oh no, what do I do? But look, that's horrible. I would go through I think there's like 110 gigs or 108 gigs usable storage, because some of that's allocated for the ROM. I would blow through that in like 2 or 3 months. So, or probably less than that. So, It's an issue for me, but look, I'm sure they've looked at the numbers and they know 9 out of 10 people just choose the base model of, Android phones. Because for iPhone, I believe they have all storage variants. You know what? Let's go see. We're right here. It's a good question. Where's the Pro Max? See, they go up to 1 terabyte. And they don't even have 128 gigs base model. So that's why I would like to see next year Google moving away from the base 128. Even on the small one, move away from 128. Like that's so 2016. Like people are going to hit their limit on that pretty quick. Especially look, and they also put out 7 years, or with starting with these 7 years of software updates and security updates. And that goes up to 2030. So you're telling me you expect a customer to purchase a Pixel device, either whether it be the 8 or the 8 Pro, the 128 gig, keep it for 7 years, and in between those 7 years, not hit your storage limit? Like even the most conservative person that doesn't really use their phone that much, they're going to hit 128 at some point in between that 7-year span. So I think next year they need to move on from 128 and step up and just offer your base model 256 gigabytes. Now, this is T-Mobile. Let's go to darn it. Let me show y'all what the trade-in offers are. Okay, so we got, let's see the 3 deals. Now, here's their stupid new plan. Now, we're T-Mobile customers, so I'm familiar with this, unfortunately. So you have to be on one of these plans on the Go 5G Next or Go 5G Plus to basically get the $800 trade-in credits for trading in a device. And if you don't have one of these plans, these Go 5G plans, then they basically give you a shittier deal. And this is already a shittier deal because in years past, they would give you up to $1,000 off. So they're charging you more money just to give you less money on your trade-in. So we're fed up with T-Mobile. Let's look at what they got. So you can trade in, and let me tell you what to do. If you choose to go through T-Mobile, look, I get it, right? If you have to, you have to, or if you want to, you want to, whatever. It's your life, it's your phone. But let me tell you a trick. Okay, we have a dedicated video on this in our video library. So let's say you have T-Mobile, and let's say you have their cheapest Go 5G plan. Look, this Go 5G plan, Go 5G Plus right here, that's basically if you're going to upgrade every 2 years. So if you plan on upgrading your phone every 2 years, this allows for one upgrade every 2 years, this Plus plan. This Go 5G Next plan allows you, it's more expensive, but it allows you to upgrade to a flagship phone or any phone really, but basically a brand new phone every year. So if you have the Go 5G Next plan, you can upgrade to 1 year. You can choose a new iPhone. Like let's say you upgraded the Go 5G Next, then Next, so you can upgrade every year. So you can get a new iPhone 15 this year. Next year you can get I don't know if it's calendar year or fiscal year. I'm not going to look that up, but whatever. So you can basically, you don't have to stick with iPhone. You can go iPhone, you can go with Pixel the next year after that, you can go to Samsung Galaxy, whatever. Go 5G Plus is for upgrading every 2 years. Go 5G Next is if you're upgrading every year. So here's what you do. Here's their list of devices you can trade in for $800 off. Now, like I said in the past, they'd give you $1,000 off, and your basic flagship phone is $1,000. So you basically have that device for free. They would give you bill credits for trading in a device. Now they're only giving you $800 off on a $1,000 phone, so you still have to finance that $200 over 24 months. Now it only comes out to a few dollars per month, but still, you're still getting screwed in the deal by T-Mobile. So here's what you do. So to get this $800 off, if you don't have one of these phones in your house, don't worry. I'll show you how to get one really cheap. So you basically going to pay $60. Look, find out what phone, if you have one of these phones in your home or have a friend or somebody, it just can't be lost or stolen or cracked. Get one of these phones. They got a huge list of Galaxies here and trade it in for $800 off. Now you have to be on one of those plans, but if you are, what I do, I go and find the absolute cheapest device. Oldest, cheapest device. So it looks like out of all of these devices, the Samsung Galaxy S9 is by far the oldest, and I can guarantee you is by far going to be the cheapest. So what I do, now it doesn't have to be yours per se. As long as it's not lost or stolen or cracked, they'll accept it. So what you do is say, okay, so they're going to give me $800 for an S9. I'm going to go find the cheapest S9 I can buy. So then I go on eBay and type in Samsung Galaxy S9. Boom, I find one. It's not on the blacklist because a lot of times they'll give you the IMEI. You can scan it yourself, and then make sure the screen is not cracked. Make sure it turns on. Make sure it turns on. Look right up here. It says, it just says in good condition. So basically, it cannot be considered lost or stolen. Screen cannot, or the back cannot be cracked. Well, I guess the back can technically, but just no cracks, and just make sure it turns on. So you can have, now read the fine print because everyone's a little bit different. T-Mobile allows for screen shadows for the screen to be a little faded. I know others that do not, but just read the fine print. But go find you the very cheapest Galaxy S9 on eBay. I think they're like $55 or $60. And then go ahead and order this. And then when this S9 comes in on eBay, then you take S9 that came in the mail, and then boom, ship that off to T-Mobile as your trade-in, and it saves you tons of money. Now to get $400 off, they have all the other cheaper devices. And that's, let's see, S6. You can probably get one of those for, it doesn't even make sense because why spend $40 and get $400 off when you can spend $60 and get $800 off? So whatever. Let me look at, so I believe the carriers they have on are T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. Let's see what they got. Now, they have a 30-day return window. Let's see. Now, where's their trade-in? I don't know. But you get the idea. You can just, whoever your carrier is, see what the trade-in values are. See, this one says up to $1,000. Where are the details at? Trade it to 1,000. Or we can get up to 1,000 off this device. You can trade it in a new line. New line required. See, T-Mobile did not require a new line to be added. Trade in. Yeah, but that doesn't sound too good. Let's look at real quick. Then we'll get into features of this new camera. What did I say? AT&T? Art. No, I said AT&T. Come on. Decline cookies. Always decline. Okay. So what are the offers here? AT&T points. Oh boy. Let's see what they got here. AT&T. No, I don't. Again, I don't think you get the free watch and the free Buds Pro on carriers. It was just on the Google Play Store, Best Buy, and Amazon. So with AT&T, now it says with eligible trade-in, you get this Pixel 8 Pro for free. Okay. So where are the devices? So Verizon would let you get one for free, but you had to add a new line. AT&T looks like they'll let you trade in a device for a free Pixel. However, I don't see the list of trade-in devices. And T-Mobile would let you trade in device, but up to $800 off, and you have to be on one of their expensive plans. So eligible devices. Okay, here we go. Eligible trade-in for these will qualify for $1,000 credit. This is not an early up. See, this is the difference between AT&T and T-Mobile. This is not an early upgrade program. Trade-in device may not be on an existing installment plan, and trade-in does not relieve obligations under AT&T installment agreement program. Okay, so they're saying, wait, eligible trade-in devices are subject to change at any time. With T-Mobile, from my experience, you can trade in a device that's on an installment plan. How do I know that? Because I've done it a bunch of times. AT&T is saying, and I don't know why I'm whispering. AT&T is saying they do not accept devices that are currently on a finance plan. So the device has to be paid off. So good luck finding. I mean, I know you can find one, but let's see what they got. So you can trade in an SE second gen. You can get one of those for like you can get one of those for like I don't know, $150. Pixel 4, you can get one of those on eBay for $80. Let's see. OnePlus 7. Moto Edge. The cheapest phone on here might be the Pixel 4. The no. I'm trying to find y'all the cheapest device. Anyways, probably looks like the Pixel 4 is probably gonna be the cheapest phone on here. Probably get that for like $80 on eBay. So, anyways, you have your. Wait, they don't offer the white one? What the hell is going on here? Wait, so hold up. So AT&T, you can't get the white Pixel? It's just black or blue? Huh. It's not even sold out. They just don't even carry it. Can you get a different storage? No. Damn, man. That's crazy. These carriers carry a gazillion and one iPhones and colors and variants and storage variants, but only got, they limit you on Pixel stuff. Anyways, you can look into that. If you have any questions, you can always ask me a question in the comment section. I always try to answer everybody. Let's see here. Let's go. Camera features. Now, I have to put this up. Where are we at? Banners. Dual screen mode. What the hell? Trying to find some of these camera features. There they describe the Pixel Watch. Yes, we know it's got AI. Recycled aluminum. I don't care about that. I wonder if y'all can hear. Do I have the... I think I have the sound.
And show the world what's possible. In our new Tensor G3 chip, every major subsystem has been upgraded. It includes the latest generation of ARM CPUs, an upgraded GPU, new ISP and imaging DSP, and of course, the TPU, our on-device AI engine that we've custom designed to run Google's AI models efficiently. I want to show you what those models look like at an on-device level, and how Tensor continues to push the boundaries when it comes to AI innovation in mobile computing. Let's start with the growth of machine learning models in Pixel. Compared to the first...
Now, I can't play too much of it. I might get a strike. Let's see. Yeah, it's basically a beefed up next-gen processor. We understand that. I'm trying to get to the camera. All right, let's see here.
Biggest leap forward in Pixel camera this year is video. The video capabilities in Pixel 8 represent years of R&D across Tensor, AI, and software. Combine that work with the upgraded main sensor, and you'll see vast improvements in low-light video performance, dynamic range, and shadow noise.
What they're saying is there's a, Pixel has a night mode, as most flagships do now, where it'll, if you take a picture in a dark setting, it'll basically illuminate, or not illuminate, it'll lighten up the picture, basically, without getting into too much detail. Well, this is a first that, and now, remember, Pixel was the very first manufacturer of phone to include night shot. It was a world-renowned, jaw-dropping moment when Google Pixel released their night mode, night sight, or whatever you want to call it, on their cameras. Now they include another jaw-dropping moment because now they are releasing night mode for video. So you can take videos at night in a dark lit area, room, wherever, and it will make the video, the playback, look lighter. Pretty basic, but I'm sure it takes a ton of AI to produce that.
Cells. Now, as every creator knows, visuals are only half of the equation when it comes to great video clips. So we are pioneering new computational audio capabilities with the first of its kind feature called Audio Magic Eraser. It lets you reduce distracting sounds in your videos using Tensor G3 and advanced machine learning models, and it's easy enough that anybody can do it. Audio Magic Eraser identifies different sounds in your video and sorts them into distinct layers that you can control.
So I got to stop it so I don't get a strike. But I'm going to play it here in a second, but I'm just describing. So what they also have, not only are they have a night mode in video, they have a noise reduction where, like they're showing you, if you're in a busy restaurant eating dinner and you're recording a video, it will single out the audio from your table or the person across from you speaking, and it will also identify the crowd noise or the other tables around you and those people talking, and will reduce the noise around you and focus in on the person talking. Or if there's, let's say you're recording somebody in an elevator and there's background stupid elevator music, it'll drown that out. Now, this is all optional. You can keep it original if you want to, but you also can drown out that elevator noise and focus in on the person and or subject that you are recording in video. Didn't seem any different to me.
Now, as every creator knows, visuals, your baby's video sounds just the way you want.
Whatever.
Alongside breakthrough video capabilities, Pixel 8 introduces a
We'll test that out
whole
when we
set
get
of
it
new
in.
features that make it easier than ever to get great photos, even in the trickiest conditions. Like when you're trying to take the group photo over.
This is the face, the AI face changing
or rolling their eyes.
All right, so this is cool. This is like you show, like you see a picture of a family there, husband, wife, and child. The wife and child were smiling, and the dad was like looking off to the side, not smiling. Well, they have this new AI where, now look, Google Photos, they store, Pixel has your gallery, so to speak, in Google Cloud Photos. So what Photos does is, if you are a Pixel user, you know that it will ask you, who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person? And you can type in, it's my wife or daughter or their name. And then it will store, it'll recognize whenever you just take random pictures, it'll recognize in the picture, this is your wife, and it'll store that picture under your wife category. Or it'll notice, oh, your daughter's in this picture with a softball team. It will store that picture of your daughter and her softball team under your daughter. So when you take this new tech, is when you take a photo with that person, it recognizes in your cloud storage, you looking down or away, you can hit this option where it'll take a smiley face from one of your previous photos and it'll glue it into the face of where you were looking away. But it does it in a way that doesn't look Photoshopped, because you know how you can tell, like when you look close at it, you're like, something doesn't look right. And you look closer and you can tell somebody's face has been put on or glued on because it just doesn't match right. They've mastered to where it looks real. Like you cannot even tell it was a artificially imposed face of that person, but a smiling face. You cannot tell. It looks phenomenal. Like I was like, wait a second, I couldn't tell. Even zoomed in, it's pretty amazing.
Group photos are tough, but Pixel gives you the option to make them easier with the new Best Take feature in Google Photos. Best Take uses a series of photos taken closer together to help you create the shot you want. So you can choose what you think is the best expression.
That's amazing.
For everyone in the photo. Let's take a look.
So I thought this would be a perfect place.
All right, so I thought it would take photos from your Google Cloud storage of that person, but apparently right before you take a photo, it'll automatically see the scene and the people in the scene, and then it'll take different stills of your face, and then if just in case somebody is looking away, then you can hit best shot or whatever it's called, and then it'll take one of the photos from that same scene. Because I guess it's important to not make it look fake, is that you need the same setting, you need the same lighting, you need the same skin tone. What if you have a sunburn right that day and you need a sunburned face of yourself, a smiley picture, a sunburn on that same day to replace your photo of you looking at? Because if you're sunburned and then you put a picture of you when you've been inside for 6 months, coming out of lockdown, you're gonna put a ghost white face on your photo of you on a trip in Hawaii. So that's pretty cool.
To show you this awesome feature on the new Pixel 8 phones.
Oh, wow.
It takes bad group
That
photos
blue
and
looks
turns them
nice.
into perfect group photos.
Amazing. I have endured a lifetime of other people ruining my group shots. Hey, how would you two like a picture with a hot Hollywood celebrity?
3, 2, 1. All right, do you want to check this out?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's called Best Take, and what you can do is grab different
Best
expressions
Take.
and combine them into one so that everyone looks good.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
Can I take your photo? Say cheese, but not you, because you're lactose intolerant.
She actually is.
No way! Ice cream, yeah! Oh, but the ice cream tastes like dirty socks. What? And who is the designated photo ruiner in the group? Oh, that was quick. But look at that. Hard to find a bad photo of you, but we did.
Wow.
You switched your whole face out.
Whoa. And now
Badass.
you guys look like the cast of a good 90s sitcom. Yeah. Now, kids, I need you to look really upset
iPhone
that it's
can't do
bedtime.
that.
You're so mad. And parents, you're really happy that it's bedtime, okay? I just made your Christmas card right here. Yeah. So before we go, there is one last photo we need to get. Us.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was another question I had that was just answered. You can, and I guess it really didn't matter, but I was wondering, is that only on the back camera, or can you do that on the selfie camera as well? Apparently, you can. My question was just answered. One thing I want to test, one answer I have not, one question I have not got the answer to is one of my favorite features of my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is the portrait mode on the selfie camera. Is this new Pixel 8 Pro going to have a portrait video, not picture, not still picture, I'm talking video, portrait video recorder? Now, I know Pixel has it on the back. It's called like cinematic mode or something like that. But I'm talking about on the selfie camera, I wanted a portrait mode video for the front selfie camera. I've not been able to find that answer out. Once we get these in here in a few days, that'll be one of the very first things that I test in the video camera department, because I want to see if I can get it to overheat. Now, what else do we got?
Like a million golden flexing, know all my angles easy. Move to the front, make sure they can see me.
Wow.
Which has everything you just saw in Pixel 8 and much more for people who want the most powerful camera system.
All right, well,
Every camera in Pixel 8 Pro is upgraded.
so every camera in the Pixel 8 Pro is upgraded. Big improvement. Look, I gotta go. I went well over my time. I just looked down at the clock and went way over my time limit. So thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have tons of case reviews. We're gonna have tons of testing. Again, we did get multiple Pixel 8 Pros, different colors, and we're gonna test everything. Case reviews, comparisons with the S23 Ultra. And we will have a fun time doing it. So again, I appreciate the time. Thank you for joining us. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got tons of other stuff coming out with tech news and reviews and everything else. So let me get out of here. There we go. And let me take that off. Cool. Back to normal. All right, guys. Appreciate the time again. And please stay safe. Thank you very much. See you next time.